Okay, my son's team has they've contacted me to tell me the conclusion of the racist investigation by the FA on the racial abuse my son received when he was playing against Wixams on the 9th. So the FA have decided that they will find the team and then they will send someone to go over there and educate them on how bad racism is and why racism is bad. Okay, while I admit and I agree that the FA have done something and they have done something to look like they are doing something, but my question is it enough? Have they gone far enough? And I don't think so. I don't think this will help quash racism. I don't think this will help stop racism. This is just scratching the surface or paying lip service, because the player in question has had no direct consequences of his action. The parents have had no direct consequences of his action. The fine they handed out to the team, I wasn't too sure whether the fine was in relation to the racist incident or their overall poor conduct during the game. I'm not so sure. But what I think is that this education without consequences will not solve any problem. If my player, I'm a coach myself, if a player in my team receives red card, the player gets fined £50, misses a few games, and guess who pays £50? The parents. So why is red card carrying a bigger consequence than racist abuse? My son has recounted to us that this is the third time he's facing racial abuse on the pitch. Third time, and this time I said enough. I had to speak out. This boy has been counting how many times he's been racially abused. That is how much it sticks to these players when you do these things to them. And then all you can do is to say, oh, we're going to educate them. I don't know what you're educating them about, but I'm telling you that the first education a child receives is from the home. If the parents do not educate the child, whatever the FA is doing is absolute rubbish. The parents' job is to educate the child and train the child. Now, if that child follows the parents' education, he will not abuse my son racially on the pitch. So I'm speaking to the FA to say, look, if you want racism to stop, you've got to involve the racist victims in your actions and ask them how to stop racism, and we'll tell you how to stop racism. But in case you're watching this, FA, I'm going to tell you, let every team that faces racial abuse on the pitch walk off the pitch. Okay, let the parents pay a heavy fine. Let the player miss some games. If the player wakes up one morning and asks the parents, why am I not playing football? They will tell him it was because of your bad behavior. That will have a far more reaching impact and will stop racism quicker than you can ever imagine. So I say education without consequences doesn't solve anything. That is why racism will not stop.